Well, I've just finished watching the reboot to Charmed. Now, what can I say? The reboot to Charmed is, to me, it's no good. It's the the acting is just, it's not as good as it should be. The powers are just, there's not enough. What can I call it? There's just not enough detail, and I don't like the idea of Charmed being rebooted like that. I was when I first heard that Charmed were going to come back, I was, as many people would know, Charmed, the original series, was our childhood. And for the people that don't know what I'm on about with Charmed being a reboot and the reason why it's ruined our childhood, because look, this is the original Charmed. Alyssa Milano, Holly Marie Combs, Rose McGowan, and Shannon Doherty, I believe. I might have got that second part wrong, so I can't remember how to pronounce her second name. I think it's Doherty, I'm not sure. But but like I said, the original Charmed was 10 times better. You've got, when they first came out with the reboot, I thought, and I think everyone else thought, that there was rumours of the original cast being put into it. Now, for people that have seen the original Charmed will know exactly what I'm on about, because if I was the director to this reboot of Charmed, I would have basically, this is how I would have done it. I would have brought back the original cast, so Alyssa Milano, Holly Marie Combs, and Rose McGowan. I would have found a way to bring back Prue as Shannon Doherty. I'll just talk about Doherty because I think that's how you pronounce it. I'd have brought back the original cast, even Brian Cruz, because of the fact that he made Leo, and all these people. I mean, they've changed Charmed dramatically, because if you think about it, in the original Charmed, all the sisters were named with a P. So, Piper, Phoebe, Paige, Prue. All P's. And if you look at the reboot, they're all made, their names are M's. She's very annoying. So, the no, it's not M's. I think I've just really fucked up. I can't remember what their names are. I'm not interested in the reboot. The reboot's just ridiculous. See, these are the things that people, when they are a fan of Charmed from back in the day, and they look at a reboot, they watch it very, very closely, and very, very closely indeed, to see what has changed. And everyone that knows me knows I'm a big fan of Charmed. I have been a big fan of Charmed since I was little. And you can never replace the original. Not a chance. Now, when I have been watching a lot of what the original cast of Charmed think of the reboot, and most of them, like Holly Marie Combs, turned around and said, wish them luck, because obviously it's going to be it's going to be a very big shoe to fill to even get close to how brilliant this show was. Trust me, that's not all. That's literally one of them, which is season 5 to 8, which I'm already on at the minute. Season 1 to 4. So this is pretty much my box set. My big box set. I'm literally disappointed. And I've only just watched the first episode of Charmed. Obviously, I'm in the UK, and usually it doesn't even come into the UK, as I understand, until sometime next year. But I ended up having something called Showbox, which ended up having Charmed on there. Brilliant quality. No good. When I watched it, I thought, when I first saw it on there, I thought, wow, great, great. I get to finally get to see this in my own way, see what it's like, have my own input on what I think of it. Um, I've heard a few people, you know, there's still rumours on what the theme tune's going to be for the Charmed reboot. There was somebody on YouTube that turned around and said it was Tattoo, Tattoo's version of How Soon Is Now, which is the original theme to the Charmed program. But obviously in the original it was Love Spit Love who did a cover of that tune, and it fitted really well. It went really well with the opening sequence, and the it was just brilliant. They've changed it dramatically, and I don't like it. I'm not saying it's the actress's fault or the actresses that are in that. I'm not saying it's their fault, but I don't like the reboot to Charmed, and it's based on the fact that the original was just so much better. The original had so much. It had Cole, as we all know, as Balthazar. Um, Obviously, the love between Cole and Phoebe that kept going on and off. One day she'd trust him, the next day she doesn't trust him, and stuff like that. You've got Leo and Piper, who had the love that most people want in real life, minus the magic, and although that's probably what people want in real life, the powers to freeze time. But the powers that they've got in the reboot, for people that have watched it, is ridiculously stupid. I mean, yes, they've got the original telekinesis. Fair enough, that's fine. That was Prue's thing anyway. They got the freeze time, but if you think about it, from the original, all Piper had to do was that, and it'd freeze time. She would just do that, and it'd freeze time, wherever she was. But what they do, she doesn't have to do anything. The ridiculous part is what it seems to be from the first episode, the pilot, was that she just has to not be angry, and that's it. Somehow it miraculously goes on and off, and it's like, really. Now the interesting part is that in the original you had Phoebe, who had the powers to see into the future, be able to know like premonitions and all that, to see in the future and the past. Now, stupidly enough, that's not the case in this one. That's not the case at all in this one. In this one, it is pretty much her just reading minds. So she touches somebody and she knows exactly what they're thinking. The worst ever. Being serious, the worst ever. Why do that? Why change things that were decent in the old TV show? See, this is how they should have done it. They should have brought back the original cast. Piper, Prue, Paige, and Phoebe. Find a way of obviously bringing Prue back. Due to magic, there's got to be some way of doing it. There were actually rumours of that happening, and the title being The Power of Five, which means obviously all of them together. But if we remember from when that finished, they had the grown-up version of Wyatt. You had Chris, and then the daughters of Phoebe and Paige. Could have could have brought that in. The kids of Piper and Leo. Have all that. Now, they could have brought that in and said, you know what, this is how we're going to do the reboot. We're going to bring back the entire original cast. We're going to bring in you know, Chris, Wyatt, and all that, and follow their destiny, follow what they do in this Charmed. With Wyatt being the most all powerful person in the world anyway, you know, you could have done something with that. I mean, Julian McMahon is young enough to play Cole again. Obviously, as a demon, he's not. He doesn't age. But obviously, he's looking a bit old now. So, but he's doing. He looks pretty good for his age. I've probably insulted him if you ever saw this. Of like, you're looking a bit wasted, you know. But no, he's I think he got vanquished completely in Charmed. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be doing these type of reaction videos to what I think of Charmed. But once I know what the actual theme for Charmed is, you guys will find out. Those in the UK maybe, because obviously, guarantee those in the US will know exactly what theme this is, because obviously I'm guessing episode 2 is probably either already started or it starts on Sunday. I think it's every Sunday Charmed is on nowadays. But it's going to be brilliant. Also, this is not just a video to tell you what I thought of Charmed. This is also a video to tell you I am going to be doing videos about the one thing I picked up yesterday, which I'm very happy with. Very happy with. Is my favourite, Black Ops 4. Now, Black Ops 4, one of the most amazing games, and this is the best series. Black Ops is one of the best gaming series ever. Along with, to many people that know this, 2K19, WWE 2K games are brilliant. So you'll be seeing videos of that and this, Black Ops 4. At the end, there'll be more reactions to Charmed as it goes along. Obviously, we've just finished the first episode. It's no good. And obviously, the way that the white lighter disappears and reappears is just, it's like something that a demon would do, not a white lighter, you know. And I don't like it at all. It's one of them that are like, do I watch it again? Do I even give it the time of day? But maybe I'll give it one shot, one chance. And if the people that are doing the show gets to see this, highly doubtful, but if they do, I'll tell you now, I'll give you one chance. You, in my head, and I guarantee I'm not the only one, I will give you a chance. But when you were talking about a reboot to Charmed, everybody's favourite childhood TV show, you was messing with something that we grew up with. And if you, for the lack of a better term, if you screw it up and make it look absolutely ridiculous, as the pilot did, then I can guarantee that that show will not last long at all. Now, I am going to tell you, just like everybody else, every other fan will say, bring back the original cast. Even if it's for a few episodes, bring them back. Let the new sisters meet Wyatt and Chris, you know, bring them in and do something, or redo the pilot. I don't know. But do not screw this up. If you are going to do this, if you have to, put a bit more CGI in it to make it look 10 times better. Absolute crap. I mean, back in this day when this were made, it looked 10 times better than it does in the original. And this is 2018, for fuck's sake. We've got more technology now. This was better. And it's very, very strange. When a lot of people say that, like when you do a reboot to a new, another film, like say, I don't know, what films have they remade? Fucking hell, I'm a film fanatic, but I can't remember quite a few. There's quite a few things that they've done that have remade it. I mean, they're doing Disney films now. Like there is a live action of Lion King now. I tell you now, that's a childhood Disney film anyway for me. You fuck that up, and I swear to God, that'll be you would have ruined everyone's childhood movie. You know, um, they're doing a live action of the Little Mermaid, as I understand. Why? Okay, why? Um, but like I said, don't screw this Charmed up seriously because it's I can guarantee. Like I think one person said on one of the videos that I saw about the theme tune that is the new Charm theme tune. He turned around and said that I think he or she turned around and said that it was they are watching this the original because it's so much better. So am I. I'm watching this right now. I'm in the middle of season 5 and I'm actually on disc 2. Um, so I'm very happy at this minute because I've got my box set back. Um, but the new Charmed, no good. At this moment in time for the pilot, no good. I would severely improve on the pilot. Um, Otherwise, no one's going to watch it.